Well, hello. Thanks for joining us for lunch. I am using a cream drawing pad, and we have those at onestroke.com. But you can also, they have perforated little dots here so you can take it out and put it in your collection and your protection sheet. We're using the double loader. We also are going to use like a 16 flat, and then we're going to use a 3/4 inch flat. So we're going to use two sizes here for you. All right. So I'm going to wet my brush, lay it on the paper towel. I'm using multi-surface paint. I want to make sure that you see that these are the paints that you're looking for. It paints on multiple surfaces: glass, metal, ceramic, wood, indoor, outdoor. It has a sealer in it. It's multi-surface. Wonderful, wonderful. You're going to have a good time with it. So hopefully you've been taking different classes with me. You've been learning some of the strokes that I'm sharing with you. Please practice. It's so important. This is a practice lesson. Important that you get the practice in, okay? Floating medium is in the middle here. That's the fluff that's in the paint with no pigment in it. So that's floating medium. You can also get those at onestroke.com. All right, so we have pink melon, wicker white, magenta, and daffodil yellow. All right, so I'm going to take the first two colors and I'm going to split my brush in between here and put a little bit more magenta than white. Okay, so watch this. So we're going to pick up paint. We're going to go right here, and we're not going to split here. We're going to go back and forth very quickly with lots of pressure. I'm going to remind you each time we're doing this so that you will feel comfortable with how much paint you're picking up. And I'm pushing hard. I'm getting this 2/3 up my brush, 2/3. See, lots of paint. All right, so now I can pick up more paint last time, and I'm just lightly blending on the surface. The paint's inside now, it's all ready for me. I can even dip a little bit of yellow, and so that you see the edge, because white you won't see it quite as well. All right, so what we're going to practice today is another stroke. We're going to do the shell stroke, and the shell is, remember, we do a leaf with this, we do rose petals, and this afternoon, or today at lunch, or whenever you're watching this, we are going to make a pansy with this. All right, so this is the key. You don't have to worry too much about how it ends, but we're going from there to there, there to there. Now I can, so far, I've just been picking up from here. So, and I can get a teeny bit of medium and work that in. All right, so I need to brush straight up and down, and I'm half sprung. I'm not up here, I'm not smashed down, I'm halfway. 1, 2, 3, and then I want you to scrub. See, I got my brush standing straight up so that when I end, it's clean. Okay? So I am going to pick up magenta and white again. A little bit more magenta. This is the practice you've got to do over and over and over, is this shell. All right? So it's not, let me show you what it should not be, okay? So it should not be this, where you're doing lots of that. It also should not be loop, 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 loop. All right? And we don't want a straight line here. We don't want this nervous shake. I think I need to do a better job of the nervous shake as this. Okay, So this one's wrong too. All right. So let's watch what it should be again. I'm going to move this over so y'all see it clearly. I'm going to put a little yellow. All right. So let's watch it again. We're going to come here to here. We're going to go 1, 2, 3. That blends it in. Then I'm going to start scrubbing it, and then move to here. Now that's a little tight, a little bit like this, so I'm going to show you again. 1, 2, 3, and pull a little bit quicker. So if you can get that movement going, you move a little bit quicker. They're not so tight. They're a little bit looser. Okay. So let's start a pansy, because this is your practice. You need to really work on those. You can even send them to me on Donna Dewberry on Messenger. It's Donna S. Dewberry, and I will give you critiques, okay? So let's come here, right here to here. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, because I just picked up paint. All right, there's the first stroke. Now I'm going to pick up more white and maybe a whole lot of yellow. Hope you aren't seeing that, sorry. A lot of yellow. Okay, so this is what I want to do. I want to, because I put all this yellow on here, I want to do this stroke right there and then one right here, exactly across from each other, and they all meet. So actually you could do this. All right. Now I want to start right here and go to there. I'm going to go on this side. I can restroke it to there. All right. So that's not showing too well. So look what I'll do. I'll come right back here and make it brighter. See, the beauty about one stroke is you can restroke it. Okay, so now when I've got this yellow on here and I want to bud, every time I do a new combination of colors, I come here and put a stroke for the bud. And I can put another one over here. All right, then I can pick up more, when I'm going to pick up more white, I can make another stroke here, or I can come in here. Let me come back here. Just a piece of a wiggle. You're not going to do it, but just remember the stem's going to go here and the stem's going to go there. So you want this to pinch over to that stem. All right, so you ready? Now I'm going to pick up a whole lot of yellow. Okay, so I'm going to come right here and scoop down. This is that teardrop stroke, which is in our first lesson. And 2. 1, 2. Okay, so this stroke is touch, push, and roll over. So if I do it this way, I touch, pressure, guide it over the top, and stand up. And how is that, guys? Touch, pressure, guide it over, and then stand up. You're gonna touch, pressure, guide it over, and stand up. All right. Now to finish this, we're gonna take a little liner, and we're gonna put, you can put a bright yellow in the middle if you want. Dip dot with the handle of the brush. Hi, did you hear me talking about brushes in this video? Well, I want you to see my value pack has 10 of my most used brushes that help you do all the one-stroke strokes that I'm sharing with you. Flat brushes, scruffy brushes, and liner brushes. Guess what I forgot? When I'm doing this, I'm going to come out here with the pink on the outside and finish the bud. Just chisel, chisel. Isn't that kind of fun? But it was easy, right? All right, so I forgot my licorice. I'm gonna put a little licorice out, just a little bit. All right, so there's a couple things you can do with the liner. I could take my white with my liner, pick up white and make it inky. Okay, so I can come right in here and touch here and make a little bit of an accent on here. So I can come here and then stand up and go either way. All right, and then I could even put a little line under here. So I liked it better when it was heavier at the top. So look, I can just take that off. All right, so let me do that again. I'm going to be heavier here and then stand up. Okay, I like to show you how to fix things because we always don't do it exactly like we want it to turn out. So I have a little bit of inky black, which means the licorice, which I pick up water with my 2-script liner and I roll the paint in it and then I pull out of it. So I have a really thin line. Now what I do is I like to come right in here and do wispy like lashes. Okay, and turn it upside down. You just want really thin little lines. So this is where you can mess up. So make sure that you make them really thin lines. All right. It's just a little bit of shading. It can be purple. It can be any color. And you don't have to do it on all the others, or you can come right in here. You put licorice right here. And there you go. I can also decide, just play around with it. You can get your own look. I can put a little bit of liner here. See how I'm flicking it? And I like to come right here and put a little accent on the bottom. All right. So we do a little small little heart leaf on it. And if you don't feel comfortable, let's put I'm going to get a little bit of citrus and a little bit of sap. Okay. And we are going to put just a couple little leaves here. So my green's almost gone. There we go. All right, I'm going to wet my 12. I'm going to go in between. Remember, I tapped this. This is a little thicker, so it's not going as flattened out as much as I want. Pick up. So I hope you've enjoyed this little lesson. You can pick up some white. Let's get a little bit more white. Okay. And I have been so excited to see you on the Donna Dewberry's with an S official one-stroke group showing us. It's a private group, so you just come on there and say you saw it on YouTube. And please subscribe. It's really important because then you'll see whenever I have a free lesson right here. Okay, look, I want 1, 2, 3, those single strokes I taught you. Just look at the lessons from the beginning. Push, stand up and slide. These are the slider leaves. Okay, and I want you to have fun creating your own pansy painting. Now look how pretty that would be on a card. And that's just magenta. I didn't use pink melon. I just used those 2 colors. I'd like you to show you really quick what pink melon looks like. So I'm going to pick that up and work that in there really good, fast. Put pressure, get it inside the brush. Then I can just dip some white and show you. that I would come right like this. Oh, I'm just getting it fresh with paint. So, all right, then I'm going to come right here with the yellow on the outside and yellow on the outside. Okay. Okay, so now I can even put magenta to give you some depth. Oops, guess what I forgot? I forgot to make my buds. It's real important that as you're doing these strokes, you remember to do your buds. Okay, now I could take magenta and shade it outward here. See how it come right here. And do my buds so I have some of that color in there. Okay. Okay, so what I want to show you is I can come right in here and just add a little bit of magenta with the edge of the brush because the pink melon's a little light. All right, and so now you have some light and some dark. It makes it really pretty. Little pansy. And I have done something else. I have taken my sap and my citrus together on a 6, and I've gone 1, 2, 3, and I've done that kind of center too. Okay, 1, 2, those are the single strokes. All right, as if you were doing a daisy. Okay, I'm excited to see your practice sheets. Hope you enjoyed that little pansy lesson, and I will see you next week. But I hope to see you on my Donna Dewberry's official Facebook group. Share with us. Thank you.